Hello friends, today we are going to install D-Link Eagle Pro series router model R03 as an extender. Now in my scenario, I have DIR615 as my main router, which is already configured and I am able to access the internet through that router. So now I want to connect D-Link R03 wirelessly to the DIR615. So basically we are trying to install D-Link R03 as an extender, as a repeater. Okay, so let us see how we are going to do it. So firstly we have to connect laptop or a system to D-Link R03 router. You can connect using a LAN cable. Your cable will be connected at the back side of the D-Link R03 to any one of the LAN port and to your laptop, or else you can connect your laptop wirelessly to R03. Wi-Fi name and password is given at the bottom side of the router. It is written as Wi-Fi name, which is SSID, and the Wi-Fi password. Okay, so using that you can connect to it. Once it is connected, you need to open up a browser and put the IP as 192.168.0.1 in the address bar, which is the default IP for the router. So once you have that, you will get the D-Link login page. So this admin password is written, it is mentioned at the bottom side of the R03. So you just have to check it and enter it. So once you enter that, click login. So since this is the first time we are trying to configure the router, you will get the terms of use and privacy policy. You need to read it and then you can click on agree. So the next screen will appear as operation mode. We need to select as extender. Now router mode video I have already put in the previous time. So now we are focusing on extender mode. So we need to select extender and then click on next. So once you click on next, you will get a wizard which will guide us through configuring R03 as an extender. So you have to click on next. Now it will try to scan for the network name which you want to connect. So I want to connect to the DIR615. So this is my Wi-Fi name. So I need to select it and then enter the password. Now the password is, by default password is written at the bottom side of the router. Now this is the main router's Wi-Fi password. Okay, so this is the DIR615 Wi-Fi password. So I need to copy it, then you have to enter it. And then you can click on next. Once that is done, you'll get a message that enter a name and a password of your extended network. This is the Wi-Fi network you will connect your wireless devices to. Okay, so now you have an option which says clone my existing Wi-Fi network and password, Wi-Fi name and password. So if you clone that, if you click on it, what will happen is it will take up the backend settings, backend name and a password, and it will extend your network in the same format, which means you will get the same name and the same password which is of your primary router. Okay, now in my case that is DIR615. If you do not want that, if you want to keep a separate name for it, say separate name for your R03, you need to untick it and then you can change the network name. I'm just keeping as RO3 extender. And you can, if you want, then you can keep the same password or you can change it, that's your choice. Then you can click on next, and this is the password for your admin for your R03. So I'm just keeping as admin123. Then click on next. You can select the time zone as Asia Calcutta and then you can click on next. Select keep my device up to date automatically, click next. Here you will get the summary. You can just take a screenshot or a photocopy of it, photo it, and then you can click on finish. So you can see here existing Wi-Fi network, which is my main primary network, that's DIR615. Password is this. Extended network, which means the R03 network. So R03 network name which I've given is R03 extend. Password I've kept the same. Then you can click on next. Just wait for some time, let the settings save. Now there is another model which is R04. Okay, R03, R04. Configurations for router mode and extender mode are same. Okay, even the access point mode will be the same. Access point mode I will be talking in the next video. So this is currently we are doing extender. So the extender setup is also same. Okay, so you can keep a note of it that R03, R04 you can follow the same video. Just have to make sure that you're doing it properly. That's it. Just make sure that you are aware of your primary network name and the password. Okay, now while the settings are saving, if you can see the lights on the router, all the lights will turn off, they will come back, the router will get reboot, and the LEDs will turn to white, solid white. Okay, which means that R03 is configured as extender. Let us just wait for some few seconds more. Then you can see the lights on the R03, all the LEDs will be stable white. You may get Wi-Fi LED maybe blinking, but that is fine. That's because we are trying to communicate with the main router. Okay, so yes, so once this is done, you can click on OK. Log into the router R03. Now here, existing network connected. Okay, so that means R03 is connected wirelessly to my main router and it is connected wirelessly. Okay, and you are online. So the network status says connected. Okay, and we are connected to the DIR615. That's my primary router. Now if you want to know what is the IP address which it's received by 615, you can click on settings, click on network, click on advanced, and then you can see what is the IP address which is received by my primary router. You can click on this arrow and you'll see there are two options. One is dynamic and one is static. Since it is dynamic, by default it has received the IP address automatically from my primary router. If I'm keeping it static, so this IP will be dedicated for the R03. Okay, so if you just click on static IP and keep this IP as it is, because this is a vacant IP from the 615, so you can keep as it is and then click on save. Once the settings are saved, now you'll be able to see the network name which we have given for the R03. So this is the network name which we have given, right? So if you want to check whether its internet is working or not, you can click on it. You can click on it and then you can connect to that. Okay, password I have kept the same, right? Alright, okay. So you can see here it is connected to the R03 extend network, okay, and it says internet. So that means we are able to access the internet through the R03 router as an extender. So R03 is wirelessly connected to my main router. Alright. Okay, so using the IP address which we have given for R03, I am able to access the R03 page. And using the primary router's IP, which is 192.168.0.1, I am able to access the DIR 615 page. Okay, so this is how we need to configure R03 as an extender. Okay. And as I said before, R04 also has to be configured in a similar way as we have configured for R03. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you.